Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take2 Radio, and thanks for listening.
Welcome to Take2 Radio Soaps. I am taking the lead host position today. I'm Anthony Corona. We want to wish well wishes to Pam, who is dealing with some stuff. She'll be with us soon. David will be with us later on this evening, but I am thrilled to be joined by Willy. Say hi, Willy.
Hi, everybody. Hi, it's good to be back.
Carolyn.
Hello.
Our queen. And, of course, Candice, our forever and a day representative. Hey, Candice.
What up?
So it has definitely been a crazy couple of weeks in the soaps. Where should we start, Candice?
You're asking me?
Of course I'm asking you.
There's been a lot of soap news that dropped in the last couple of hours, I think. Obviously, in case you didn't get the memo, we'll talk about it later with when we go to Days, but Robert Scott Wilson, for 8 years, played a character named Ben. He debuted as a new character, Alex Kyriakis, and we'll talk about that. Also, I think some people knew that this was a limited run, but I think it caught people off guard. But yesterday, Robert Newman announced his departure from Young and the Restless, and when we get to Young and the Restless, I'm pretty sure we got a lot of things to say, but I'm just going to say this. Robert Newman better get an Emmy nod for next year, for this year's performance for next year. If not, hashtag I'm coming after you, daytime Emmys.
And going back to Days for a minute, we saw the demise of, as I, jokingly played, as I always do during our intro, we saw the demise of another Damara man, or did we?
Hashtag, some of us had a party on Twitter. Hashtag.
I was not a fan of Dr. Roth and, the whole essence of Stefano, although I loved the way that it was played, Stefano being in Steve. You can't throw anything at that man and he can't handle. But I was really never a fan of that storyline. However, if, Jake's body becomes the vessel for Stefan, I think I'll suspend the belief and go with it for a little while, because I'd like to see, with all that's happened since, Stefan .1, dropped off our canvas, how the essence of Stefan will handle all that's happened. We had some really interesting news today as far as The Bold and the Beautiful is concerned. Did you see it yet, Candice?
I have not seen it yet. Quiet. I didn't see Bold today.
Apparently, Ashley has signed on for a full contract, so we will be seeing a lot more of Ashley Jones in LA/The Bold and the Beautiful. So I'm really excited to see and read that. So, all right, folks, I was not able to join you guys on the last show. I'm sure you did an amazing recap of Beyond Salem, but I wanted to just say a couple of things before we get into the soaps for the night. Of the 3 Peacock offerings that Days of Our Lives has given us, I have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, this installment was everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. It left us with the possibility of seeing Hope again, Bo and Hope again. It left us with the possibility of a lot of things, actually. Introducing the new Stephanie onto the canvas. It was just done so well. And, of course, the fans have been asking for years for some sort of closure to the Bo and Hope storyline. And although we couldn't quite classify this as full-on closure, dancing to Peebo Bryson and, it was just, oh, my God. And, seeing her grown-up boy, unfortunately, it's a soap, so of course she can't really remember it, but who knows, in the next Beyond Salem installment, she may end up getting memories of what she experienced. But all through and through, if this gets nominated next year, I will be pulling hard for writing, directing. It was just done so well. So well. And Steve Burton, I'm in the minority on this. I think he took his acting chops as Jason and brought them to the character. When he was Dylan over on The Young and the Restless, we saw a different side of his acting ability. I really thought it was just Jason dropped into Beyond Salem. I was glad to see him on screen. I thought the storyline was cute and clever, but, it's not somebody that I want to see, take one of those pods to the mothership and end up on the canvas on a daily basis. So those are my Beyond Salem impressions, and let's jump right into actual Salem. As we just mentioned a few minutes ago, we know what's going on, or what won't be going on anymore with Jake. Carolyn, catch us up. What's been going on other than Jake for the last couple of days on Days of Our Lives?
Well, today was a tearjerker. Poor Ava. And they're not going for a break. Of course, I like. I love Jake, and I'm glad that he's coming back as Stefan. That's going to be interesting. Interesting. And Gabby, who saw it today? Hello?
I'm sorry, Gabby didn't what?
I said, who saw it today?
I didn't see today's.
I saw. Here's the thing. I saw half of it because I was doing what normal people would do, try to watch it while the kids are sleeping. But yeah, I did see. I mean, Ava and Jake. Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Jake got around. You probably, I don't know if anybody remembers, but he was with Kate as well. So
he started out with Gwen. He ended up with Kate. Kate, Gabby. Yeah, we didn't forget.
Honestly, they rushed this storyline between Jake and Ava to make the most maximum, impact with having Jake die, but it wasn't believable in my eyes. Ron, I'm speaking directly to you. You have done some great work over the last 6 months, but, you also are playing to all the tropes that we're used to from Ron Carlivati writing, and this is one of them. You rushed this relationship for an emotional impact that just didn't happen, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it brought a lot of people in. It brought the new detective. It brought Rafe, this, storyline, the robber, and it kind of, everything now. The news has traveled fast, and it's gonna be interesting. Gabby was she was upset today. Kate was upset. I can't wait to see what happens when Gwen finds out.
Kate, you was upset too, girl? Okay. All right. Yeah. Keep my mouth shut, Candice.
Yeah. She had a little tete-a-tete with Jackie in the bar, which was kind of strange.
Okay, so I'm going to be the nice one tonight. No, I'm not. That's my alter ego was like, no, I'm not. Here's the thing about Jake. Let me just get it out the way. Brandon is a great actor. He's a really good actor who is when he gets into a role, he sinks his teeth into.
Yeah.
Now, when he was stuff on, when he, was the emergency recast and everything, again, hats off because he had only one day to prep for all this to finish the story arc. And I get the popularity of the actor as well as the chemistry him and Camilla shared. You brought this character to be a new character. You literally have done what Days of Our Lives and other soaps have done. See, that sounds familiar, like I'm going to say this in the next segment or something. So you bring this character on as Jake, and to me, to be honest, the character never took off for me, especially when they were recreating the magic that him and Camilla had. But trying to justify some of the mistakes, like, oh, maybe if we did A, B, C, D, F, G. Now, the Ava thing, and this is not a dig at the actors, but I'm going to have to do it. I feel as though because they didn't have anything for Tamara Braun to do, which is unheard of. It's Tamara freaking Braun, y'all. Seriously.
Yep.
For real though, I don't get it. And it's also, Brandon, you put these two characters together in a sense where it could work. On paper, it probably was the best thing since sliced bread. You had, a mob queen, who had angst, and you had a guy who is, he has a chip on his shoulder. It could have worked, but me personally, I don't know if they were really invested in Jake and Ava in the way that they could have been, if that makes sense.
I'm going to jump in right here and say, if they had given it another 3 months of building Jake and Ava, then maybe. But it was too rushed.
Right. And I feel like, okay, let's be real, folks. We all read. We know there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes of Days of Our Lives that is making the decisions of these storylines happen. People's contracts, negotiations, all that stuff. However, I'm going to say it, that's no excuse. That's no excuse because before contract negotiations and all this, y'all already had these two characters interact with each other. You already had the characters already in storylines that was just scratching your head. You have Jake the Mirror, right? First and foremost, he was in the garage with Ben. They were fixing cars. You're going to all of a sudden make him CEO? What qualifications does he have? No, I'm literally, I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, I wanted Gabby to pull a Sammy Brady and pull a fast one on him and be like, ha-ha, you thought I was voting for you? Nope, I just got it in. That's right, Gabby DeMira. Yes, I am in charge of DeMira Enterprise. And that's what I always wanted for Gabby, right? With Jake, I was just like, okay, Jake and Kate. I was like, oh, this could be good. It wasn't there. Then you have Ava, and I'm like, okay, which one of y'all going to take each other out? Because at this point, I was like, bang, bang, into the room. Okay, they're roommates. Okay, she's making cannolis. He's like, I'm going to be a businessman when I grow up. And I'm just like, this is such a mismatch to the point that I'm just like, y'all really didn't have anything for them to do. Now, I will say that.
It could have been lots.
It could have been really a good situation. It really, to me, it would have been a good couple, a good story arc as well. Because I can imagine, because people forget Jake's background could have also came across Ava's. Ava is no slouch. She is no, Rachel Ray. She look at what she did to Steve. Let me just say it. She knows how to handle the business here. But you didn't go there. And that's for nothing, Ava. You mean to okay, this is how I can tell they did something wrong with my Ava. Because the Ava I know would not accept a ring that was for somebody else. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm like, she's like, I got it in my ring. I'm like, Jake, no, you didn't. This is me talking to the TV. Jake, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You literally got the ring from upstairs that you were going to give to Gabby, and you're going to give it to Ava. I'm like, see, you know what? Nope. See, that's what's a failed. That was a doomed marriage right there. See, when you get nope. And it was Ava's first time getting engaged. Nope.
Well, they're going to bring him back. They're going to bring him back as Stefan, right? So maybe this will be his break to really do a great job with Stefan. And then, of course, we're going to have Gabby involved. And you never know. There might be things between Ava and Gabby and his memory.
What do you think, Anthony? Do you see it coming?
I do. Obviously they dropped the hint that we're going to see a different actor playing, but we're seeing Dr. Roth. So obviously, Stefan's heart is in Julie. If they take a page out of the General Hospital book, and it was never really Stefan's heart, then I think it's going to turn off a lot of viewers. So I really hope that they're not going with that. I would much rather see, the essence of Stefan go into the body of Jake that Dr. Roth revived. And of course there's going to be 2.5 years now, right? There's going to be a 2.5 year memory gap. All of the history that's happened up to this point, how is Stefan that died loving Gabby? How is he going to deal with all that's happened up to this point? Now, Ava is going to turn a little bit psycho because she's going to want him to be Jake.
Right.
She's going to want him, which, like Candice just said, this is not the Ava of 5 years ago. This is not even the Ava of 2.5 years ago. And yes, she has grown and she has tried to become a better person. I get all that, the whole race, period, race, Rafe, Nicole triangle definitely taught her things. But ultimately, people are who they are, especially on the soaps. Blair Manning. You can get as good as you can, but when push comes to shove, the bad girl comes out in fierce and force. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how they make this happen. But again, if it wasn't really Stefan that died and he's been cryogenically preserved somewhere and it was somebody else's heart, I don't know how far I can go down that path.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna help you out, Anthony. I'm gonna help you out real quick. Dear Days of Our Lives, hi, it's me, Candice. You know how some of you writers, Ron. Hey, Ron, what's up? Love your article in that magazine, by the way, of the Hampton homes. Loved it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, I really want his kitchen. Like seriously, I want your kitchen, Ron, and I messaged you about that. I want your kitchen. Seriously, actually, you know what? Let me just stay there for one night so I can just make a bowl of cereal, just so I can take a picture in your kitchen. That's all. Okay, back to this. Ron, do not do like they did at General Hospital when they had me emotionally crying when, Jake's body parts was going into Jocelyn to save her. And then all of a sudden you you guys rewrote it to where it was random stranger Nell that gave a kidney or liver, whatever it was. You took away something from that storyline for me. With this, look, here's the thing. I love the Days of Our Lives fans. I do. I love all soap fans. I do. But I think we made peace. Well, I'm going to say, I know I made peace that Stefan and Gabby was, good. They, Days didn't anticipate them to be kind of the couple that hit a home run with the viewers because, you had Sin, you had Lonnie, but these two was something good. It was something brewing. And then, of course, it was already planned the character was going to die. If you're going to do all of this again, I'm going to kind of have to give you a heads up. Not everybody, like everybody is saying, not everybody's going to feel it. Because for 2 years we went through Gabby's evolution. Yeah, she had a setback when she saw Jake was stuff like she really had high hopes. We went through this. But now she's found somebody else. So, I get what you're going to do. and that's the only part of that story that I can see work. Because if you're gonna have stuff on Demira back, then you better have him play in the Demira ball game that's happening right now with Kristen,
yes.
with EJ and stuff like that. Don't do the one thing that you guys sometimes do. You isolate certain people into a corner when they're actually needed elsewhere. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. You know, I'm just like, it's days. The first thing I can say is days are our lives, folks. It's days are our lives. You know that really nobody, quote unquote, stays dead. Either the soul goes into somebody else's body or the essence goes into somebody's brain.
Well,
right. That's all you got. So
I got 3 teasers for you. One is going to be that it's my understanding that Rolf is going to implant Stefan's memories into Jake. We're going to have an alliance between Gabby and Kristen, and also EJ and I can't remember her name right now. The one that's mourning right now over Jake. Ava.
Yeah.
They're supposed to have like a steamy thing going on. So there's a lot coming up with all this craziness after we've lost Jake. So prepare yourself for a major.
Okay.
Basically,
I want to get to the Kristen. I want to get to the Kristen thing in a minute, but I want to. So we're downing on Days a little bit, and we have every right to. I want to give some props to Days for a moment.
Yeah.
Does Chanel, Allie, Johnny? I am so loving this whole triangle. It's relevant. You know, it is so highlighting what the Gen Z and the next gen after that is going through in real life. It's bringing to our screen some fun and frivolity. The writing there is so good. So I definitely want to give some props, and then we can talk about Kristen.
Let's have a vote. Who is Chanel going to choose?
Allie.
Johnny.
Hello?
Johnny.
You really think Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
I
love Chanel with Johnny. But, again, another teaser. There is a surprise coming for Johnny. So I'm wondering how they're going to handle that because, Johnny's supposed to be going after someone new. So this is going to be fun for everybody, too. So I'm looking forward to how this triangle is going to explode.
I've been waiting. Look, here's the thing. They tried to do it with Trip. And I kept wondering. If they wouldn't do this. In the back, you know how, like, in the back of your head, you already got the storyline already kind of figured out, but you're kind of just like, Okay, the reason I said Johnny is because of that alone. And by the way, I didn't know anything. I just was like, Johnny is like his daddy, okay? He is good looking. He knows how to work it, okay? He has that mojo, as they call it.
He's a charmer.
Yeah, he's a charmer and everything.
And he didn't need the devil to help him.
Right. To me, my thing is that, well, let me just say this. We don't know everything that Johnny did back when he wasn't there in Salem.
Yes.
That's true.
So my thing is that, okay, Chanel picks Johnny, even though she wants to pick Allie, but don't worry, Allie's probably going to find somebody. Don't worry, she'll be okay. She'll be okay. But then all of a sudden, here comes Bambi. I don't know. I just made up a character's name, okay? I just said Bambi, okay? Here she comes, Lotsie Dotsie in Salem. Johnny, hi, honey. I can see that happening. I can see where we got another person, or or even for Chanel, or like somebody else is coming into Salem to kind of cause a ruckus, and I can see Allie being the Sammy's daughter that she is, partner up with that person to bust Chanel and Johnny up. Tell me, give me 5 months. If in 5 months that comes true, Dave, Venmo me my money.
I can see that happening. With Paul just around the corner, I can see that heating up. Yeah, I can see it.
I'm taking it from the opposite end. I think ultimately she's going to choose Allie, but there's still going to be such a strong pull to Johnny. He's going to start playing with somebody else, Allie's going to see the fact that she still has these feelings, so she's going to help whatever situation is going on with Johnny and the new girl. Bing, bang, boom. Something's going to happen to blow it all up, and then it's going to cause the second run of the same triangle.
So both me and you are saying that Allie or Johnny is going to act like Sammy. Got it. You just think about
I actually think ultimately speaking, Allie's going to be the one to display the Sammy-ness all through, but we're going to see some Sammy come out of, don't forget, it's Sammy and EJ.
Right.
So,
but you got to remember, when it comes down to scheming, I mean, financially, like blackmailing, that's the mirror side of Johnny. But you're right. He is cut from the same cloth as Sammy. Sammy is a little skeezer, too. You know what? I'm all for it. You know, let's
I'm all
go.
for that.
Let's do it.
I need
some
see that.
scheming twins.
I would love that. If both the twins get to do that right there with the side of Sammy, that would be everything, because
Sally
they're the next generation. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
So okay, Candice?
Yeah.
My girl?
Yeah.
To say. So bring it on with Kristen.
Okay. See, Dave, I was trying to be good. I really was. I was going to give you props. I do want to, real quick, back to the triangle real quick. I got to give Dave's writers props today, because I did see this part with Paulina when she talked to Chanel. She said, and I was like, they allowed this on network TV. Okay. When she said, okay, Chanel, penis or vagina, which one you choosing? I'm like, what? I just was like,
well, only Jack K could pull that off, though. Only Jack K.
It was just, but it was like, you know how you're just watching, right? And you're so used to like the soap dialogue now, like when she's like, okay, baby, is it going to be John? Is it going to be Johnny or Allie? But when she said a penis and vagina, I was like, wait, what? I'm like, what time is it? I was like, is it still? I said, wait a minute, okay.
Who wrote the dialogue today? Was it Jamie?
I don't even know, but I'm trying to figure out, like, that got past. I'm like, you know what? It's Days Well Up. I'm going to take it. I'm going to let it go. But I was just like, again, imagine literally this is what happened, you guys. I'm not even joking. I was eating ice cream. Yes, on my lunch break, I was eating ice cream because I was hot today, okay? And so I'm watching it. Like I said, I was doing two things. I was actually doing 4 things at once, so props to me for doing it. But the thing is, I'm eating the ice cream, and I hear that I almost choked on the ice cream.
I bet.
I was like, wait, did that just? So when I came home, my aunt actually messaged me and said, "Girl, did you watch Days of Our Lives? I can't believe Paulina said that." And I was like, I can't either. I said that might be the line of the year.
Mhm.
Now back to Kristen DeMille, already in progress. Dave, what the heck are we doing with this character? What are we doing? What are we? Let me break it down to you. What are you doing? Okay, I'm acting like Steve Martin when I'm saying this too. My problem is that girl, Kristen DeMille, is, and excuse my language, a badass. She is. She's always going to be like, okay. But what is this? What is this? First and foremost, okay, Brady. Got some issues with you, buddy. All right. Brady, you go ahead. You take Rachel, who we don't see much of, and drop her off to see her half-brother, Tate, who we don't ever see, with Teresa. Okay. Here's the thing, though. Regardless of the situation, on top of the situation, you should have let Kristen DeMille know, because technically y'all do not have any kind of arrangement or agreement, but she should know that her daughter is in California somewhere with Teresa, who probably is being watched from the people who actually saw her in Mexico, okay? So Teresa and them are not in any safety. They're also in danger as well, in my opinion. Okay, Kristen, you come out of jail. By the way, that scene when all the inmates came out, that was a total rock move. I was like, yeah, like, okay, y'all got the music playing. Okay, y'all doing the slow-mo, the smoking the pop. Okay. Kristen, instead of fighting for your child, the child that you definitely wanted so much because this was your redemption, It seems like you just don't even care. And you're worried about DeMera Enterprises. And this is the thing. Okay, do I want Kristen DeMera to care about the DeMera? Yes, of course. She's a DeMera. She needs the power. But first and foremost, we're not. And let me repeat this. We're not having her stay at a studio apartment. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, no. No, homegirl, she got a room at the mansion. I know right now the surveillance, the security at the DeMera Mansion is a little bit wacky because, look, anybody can come into the house through the tunnels, through the upstairs, downstairs, everything else. But Kristen DeMera does not. That's just the equivalent of, again, Ava being Chuck Worthy's wife. It makes no sense. Chloe.
Oh, girl. Don't get me started.
Girl. You know what, Chloe? I think I said this on I think even Twitter Space or somewhere. You just finally have felt secured in your relationship with Brady. Because for 20 years, you kept going back and forth, ping pong between Brady and Philip. We ain't talking about Philip right now. That's another story for another day, okay? But you decide that you want to rub it all in Kristen DeMera's face. I'm surprised Kristen DeMera did not pull you aside and put you somewhere, okay? Yeah, you flirting with Brady like, he's my man and everything. Look, I'll be proud that Brady's my man too. However, there's a time and place for things, and that was not the time, okay? So you trying to be bad and boozy and all that stuff, first and foremost, you need to worry about your mama. That's what you need to do right now. Mm-hmm. But you're all up in this. No. Let Brady and Kristen handle this out. Brady, you have a soft spot for Kristen DeMera because I'm counting down the moments, the hours, the seconds before you do something with Kristen, and Chloe's going to be like, and then Kristen's going to tell Brady, you know you can't resist me. You know it's always been me. And Brady's going to be like, I can't fight it. And I'm going to be like, yes, you can. And but anyway, back to Kristen DeMera. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, really killed Abigail.
Okay, I have a question for you guys before you go in. Since I lost power last week, do we actually know what it is that Orpheus used on the governor?
Just, blackmail, everyday government stuff that he tiptoe endanger money traffic.
I'm thinking it's the blackmail probably off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So they never showed that.
Yeah.
No,
they never showed it on screen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll weigh in on Kristen for a second. This is the woman. This is the woman who tore down the town of Salem, not once, not twice, but multiple times. This all started when they put her in The Nuns on the Run with Glanny. Ever since then, Kristen has been the weirdest character that is probably on the 4 remaining daytime soaps. She's evil. She's crazy. She's vulnerable. She's all the things that you want out of the cuckoo loco character, except when it comes down to it, they don't write. I mean, she should have come out of jail swinging.
Well, she should have did when California got her daughter.
Exactly. So, Days of Our Lives, I really, really hope that what Candice just said actually does come to pass in some fruition, space, or form. I hope that it's, she's biding her time to get her moment with Brady, and then all hell is going to break loose. Because otherwise, y'all should have just left her in jail. Because this is not the Kristen. I don't know who she is. And if you tell me that she's Sister Mary Moira and Kristen costume, all right, maybe I'll believe that.
No, I ain't believe that. Wait a minute, Anthony, you said it started when she was Sisters on the Run. I'll tell you when it started for me. When her and Marlena hugged. I was no good after that. I was like,
oh, God, yes.
I was like, let me take a moment and sit myself down, because in what's multi-universe is this happening? it's crazy because, again, all right, she came out of jail. She should have found out about where Rachel was, and she should have went and got Rachel from Teresa. Teresa calls Brady and panic and stuff like that, and Brady finds that Kristen's out of jail. That's how I wish that would have happened.
Yes.
I'm hoping,
thank you.
Yeah, because
all
to me,
of a sudden
it's
the
like
baby
Brady,
goes missing,
you and Kristen.
Yep.
Yeah, because they don't have no arrangement. Now, I could see if Brady had like a restraining order or something like that, but no. But then again, I get that you want your children to know each other. But at the same time, like I just pointed out, and I doubt, hey, Dave's right, did y'all forget about that? Teresa, may still be in danger, that her father, who is a spy, also could be in trouble. So you just up and leave your kid from another. Brady, you just wanted to get some punani. That's what you wanted. You didn't want Rachel. You just wanted some punani from Chloe. That's it. Punani.
Yeah, that didn't make sense because Teresa's supposed to be on the run, and I'll agree with you. I'm not buying the watered-down version of Chris.
I don't get it.
I like her vicious side. I like when she's wicked.
All right, one more question before we move on to General Hospital. How long do you think it's going to be before someone catches Chad's eye?
September.
If that's it.
Yeah, September around mid.
If it's going to be Stephanie.
Well,
mid-September, early
October.
October. Dude, y'all saying Stephanie, I got one even better for y'all. Y'all just want to be like, really, Candice? Like, for some reason, it's been in my, I know they're probably going to do Stephanie, but half of me is like, you know what, Dave, go ahead and just do it. Just do it. And when I say do it, this is going to irk so many people. You know they're going to have Gwen around him. You know Gwen is going to be around him. Because, I mean, when we get to the other part of when we talk about Sarah Sanders and stuff, half of me is like, okay, they're going to have her in that for a little bit, but Gwen is going to have to venture out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do Chad, Steffi, or Gwen. I don't know.
So I think that they had the, perfect opportunity to really throw some meat into single father, grieving, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah.
They gave it 2 weeks.
Let me ask this question. Carolyn, our queen actually asked this question just a few minutes ago. Who do we think killed Abby? And let me just go on record for saying this. When this was all announced that this was all happening, I said Sarah, straightforward, because of the fact of the side effects from her drugging. And the fact that Xander, half of this did come true. Xander has seen her outburst. She pulled a knife. She was thinking it was Kristen. She pulled it on Chanel. Who else did she pull it out? I mean, recently it was Gwen. So Gwen now saw it and whatnot. And then I said Kristen DeMera, and then I said, I hope the dear, sweet soap Jesus is nobody in a mask.
Yeah. Oh, amen. I second that.
Yeah, and then I started thinking, and I'm literally sitting, was watching, the last couple of weeks, and I was like, why do I have a feeling it's going to be a random person? Because I don't think they're going to, even though she's a prime suspect because she's already showing the symptoms, is Sarah. But half of me, and I heard a lot of you guys tell me this too, is that if they do put it on Sarah, they're going to blame it on the fact that she was drugged, that she's having side effects and all that. And so she's going to be, let off the hook. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, they probably would do it, but, people
that's
need
a
to
little
face
weaker, right?
Right. I just feel as though, to me, this whole storyline, again, because we know how this happened and why it happened, it played the certain beats. It was a very emotional storyline. Billy Flynn, man, if you don't get one yourself next year, I don't know what to tell you. But to me, it fizzled out. And I knew this was going to – I don't know if anybody else felt this way, but I think because they put it all together so fast and we're playing certain beats, but they're not playing certain beats, the story by the end of, and you know what? It's almost August, and the story to me has kind of fizzled out. I hope whoever did it is somebody that I'm actually going to be like, oh my God, instead of really, oh my God, really.
Originally,
the one that killed Jake.
Oh.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be surprised as a way to get out of pinning it on one of our major players that they go in that direction. But originally, I was thinking that it would end up being blamed on Sarah, and somehow in a twist at the very last moment, we'd find out it was really Gwen, and she was working behind the scenes to continue to make it look like it was Sarah. You know, that whole, double agent kind of thing.
Yeah.
In a Sarah mask. Yeah, some are saying in a Sarah mask. But now the fans there, I don't know, they're saying they're going to connect this one that just killed Jake. So
I don't know. That's a weird spot.
And if they do that, that's really bad storytelling. That's pandering.
You want something with a punch.
It's not going to give Days of Our Lives any points. In fact, it's going to turn a lot of people off.
Where did the guy come from? And all of a sudden he goes after Nicole and then he goes after Jake and it's I don't know. Well, that's what a lot of the fans are saying. So we'll see. If
you're going to kill off a legacy character like that, it needs to be an emotional impact payoff when you finally find out who done it.
Mm-hmm.
Not the guy that's skulking around, blackmailing over here and accidentally murdering over there, and et cetera. That's the cop-out. And if that's, Ron, please don't let it be that. And if that's what you're doing, you've got enough time to rewrite them scripts, my friend. Don't let it be that. You need to shock us with who Abby's killer really is.
Well,
now, if you want to give us
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you want to give us a red herring and point us down that road and then shock the heck out of us when the reveal really comes, okay, I'll take that. But if this is the closing, that it was the guy that killed Jake and they're going to wrap it all up and they're going to send him off, but we're never going to see him again. Oh, no. No, you don't know.
Because they killed him. He's dead, so.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Was that question was, do you think that if it did turn out to be Sarah as the killer, do you think the only reason they're going to save her to get away with the murder would be just because she is Maggie's daughter? Do you think that's the only
because she's mentally
unstable. Because of the drugs and the state that she's in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be because she's mentally unstable and whatnot. See, this is the problem. See, if this was a storyline where, Sarah's life has been twisted upside down because of Kristen DeMera. So I could see if, something was, they could have set it up where Kristen DeMera came, because remember, Sarah was coming over to see Abby anyway. So what they could have done was had Kristen DeMera, and see, they still could play this, I don't know, where Kristen DeMera came and surprised Abby and was going to kill Abby. Or, you know what? Hold up, Dave. All right, Dave, hold up. I think I got an idea here. All right. If you have it where, flashback, Abby is there and Kristen DeMera is there. And Kristen DeMera killed her on sight, right? And then Sarah,
stumbles in and then thinks that because of her mental state that she did it.
Right.
Yes.
Kristen is there, but because Sarah has been going through so many of these hallucinations, she don't even know if that's a real Kristen DeMera or if it's fake. And then when she snaps out of it, if something happens, she got hit upside the head or something, and she comes to, she has a knife, she has blood, she sees Abby, she freaks out.
Yep. Or even better, where it happens, she walks in, she stumbles in, and then Kristen psychologically because, this is Patty from The Young and the Restless. She can pull this. She can pull this off, where she actually talks Sarah into believing she did it, and she's the one that walked in on the scene and then disappears. That would have been, oh my God, that would have been fabulous soap.
Ron, Jamie, Ryan, Caroline, David, Cheryl, Jeannie, who else is over there? Richard, Caroline, etc. Okay, Lauren, I'm here. If that actually does happen, I've already said it on Take Two Radio, so just message me. I'll give you my Venmo. We can talk. You know, I'm here for you.
Right up.
Seriously,
right,
yeah.
Let's jump on our soap red eye and head over to Port Charles.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. First and foremost, Nicholas / Spencer is showing exactly why he deserves the Emmy that he received. In the last, 2 weeks worth of shows, he is showing exactly why he is a major soap player at this point. Loving the delivery, loving the control. Candice, you know what I'm talking about. The control in the delivery.
You know who he reminds me of, though? You know who he reminds me of? A little bit.
Who?
Jonathan Jackson. A little bit. And when I say Jonathan Jackson, I mean 98, 99 Jonathan Jackson.
Oh,
and
yeah.
See, I'm thinking he reminds me of the 98, 99, early 2000s version, Tyler Christopher, of the original Nicholas.
I was going to go with the Twist of Fate version of Tyler Christopher. To me, he's a combination of Jonathan Jackson, meaning he can hold his own against, the heavyweights, right? But that vulnerability and also that, and you can tell he's trying to do the right thing, even though he has to lie about telling the truth. That's the Tyler Christopher from Twist of Fate.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
God, that was a good one. Oh, my God. That was a good primetime special.
Okay. I have to say this. Nobody likes her, and I don't like her as the character, but, oh, my God, they need to work D.A. Arden into another storyline. She can't disappear after this trial is over. I'm loving the chemistry and the presence that she brings to the scenes that she's in. They need to find a way to keep her on canvas after this trial is over. Having said
you like not liking her. That's what you're saying.
I like not liking her. Having said that, Lord have mercy, General Hospital, Frank, Chris, all the rest of you.
Yes.
It's not working. It's not working. Please abandon Carly and Drew. It is not working. No matter how you try, it's not working. Had to say that. When they were stuck in the elevator during what were those things called? The little snippets that they were doing.
The what ifs.
Oh, what ifs.
The what ifs. The chemistry between Laura Wright and God,
Cameron.
I didn't even realize.
Cameron
Matheson. During that period. Hold up. Candice, take over for a minute.
Okay. So pretty much we've talked about this. We've talked about it through a couple of months. Is back almost has it been almost 10 years? Yeah, it's been 10 years. Frank Valentini did these what ifs with cross characters in different orbits and stuff, and they had Carly Corinthos meets Ryan Lavery, and they were in an elevator teaching how to be a bad boy or bad girl but still be sexy and all that, and they were flirting. The chemistry between Laura Wright and Cameron was off the train.
Was off the charts.
Seriously.
Yes.
And the thing is that when they announced that Cameron was coming over on General Hospital, I know many people who saw that what if was oh yeah, they're gonna probably go that route. But they was hoping that they didn't go that. You know what I'm saying? They was hoping they wouldn't do it because it's everybody got to take a turn on Carly's bicycle. She can tell bicycle. Okay, we can't help it. But the problem is that, and I'm just going to say it, I think a lot of people blame this on Steve Burton's absence, that the character of Jason Morgan is not there, and this is why we're getting this Carly and Drew situation. But I'm going to be completely honest. I don't buy that anymore. I even buy it when they even had Steve Burton on the show and whatnot. This is one of those where, at General Hospital, you know, me and you have had a relationship problem. We really have. But the thing is that stop this too. You have the big names of daytime on your shows, and you flash those names all the time. Cameron Matson joins General Hospital, but your writing still sucks.
For him,
you had Morgan Fairchild, which I was like, y'all didn't have her play Cindy Chase. Like, y'all couldn't say she was alive. Like, seriously, okay, we're gonna go. Okay, whatever. But you had Susan Bates, who could have played Elizabeth's mom, but that's another story. But you had all of these big names hitting hard, but your writing doesn't match. And it's like, stop forcing stuff down the viewer's throat when we know it's not working. It was a good shot. We're not saying it wasn't. But if you're just going to constantly isolate Drew into Carly's orbit and whatnot, we have a problem. Because I remember what the OG story to me was. You had him clinging on to life, clinging on to the memory of his daughter. His daughter is the thing that kept him going. He comes back. He reunites with the family, doing all this. What happened to the Drew, Sam, Dante storyline? I'm confused.
I'm sorry, but I have to go back even further. What happened to when Carly and Sonny told Drew he was never going to be Jason?
Yes.
Thank you for all that you did.
Yeah.
But now that Jason's back, you're roadkill. Okay? What happened to when he came back after all that was said and done? He saw Scout like twice. And now we don't even hear nothing. What happened? And now suddenly he's the major quarter main player. I'm sorry, we all know Monica. Her first love and only love is the hospital. She really never really bothered with EOQ business. Okay, but when it comes down to it, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now he's the major quarter main player. They rushed that storyline. They made it way too over the top, unbelievable. Okay, and we're going to get into Michael in a second, but it's not working. You know where he did have chemistry, where they're dropping the ball, because I'm going to say this too. I love Josh. I think that's his name in real life. Cody.
Yep,
Josh, right? Josh Kelly?
Josh Kelly.
I love Josh Kelly, but it is not working. There is no chemistry between him and Britt.
The premise for his character is bordering, and I'm being gracious here, on lunacy.
It's not
now,
no, I can't.
I mean, this is a guy that told her that he wants to have kids with his wife, and then when she says she don't want to have kids, he's like, oh, well, that's only if my wife wants it. It's like, dude, you got to make up your mind.
It's okay.
They had chemistry gold, though. Because, honestly, Britt has chemistry with 3 different guys that are on the canvas right now. She has chemistry with... But those scenes were off the charts. I could so see him making her see more of her own humanity, and I could see her making him want to give up the grifter life, so to speak.
I don't know. I see more chemistry with her and Austin than I do with her and Cody.
And that's guy number 2. And guy number 3 is Spinelli.
I see more chemistry with Cody and the horse, but that's just me.
I gotta tell you, I love the horse.
I'm like, okay, we got horses now on General Hospital. Go ahead, ABC, with your Hulu money. Go ahead, Frank Valentini. Here's the thing. Josh Kelly Kelly is that actor who can bring a sense of humor to a serious role, but when it's time to show up for being serious, he comes to play. All I got to tell you is watch One Life to Live. I know everybody did not like the online version, but he did some good stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is that, again, General Hospital, you bring these names of daytime, right? Now, Josh Kelly, you know I love you because you're from Maryland. The Maryland love is here, buddy. But the thing is that, okay, you bring him on when he could have played Lucky. It's really the writing, because to me, it's like you do not know what to do with this character. Like, to me, I should already know what this character's modem is. Okay, he knows Dante. He said, he was like, Sonny Carressos is your father. Okay, what was the premise for that? Like, okay, so Dante got another bro in town. Okay. It shouldn't take this long, just like Esme. We're finally finding out that we don't know who, like Ryan doesn't know who her mother is. This guy's been on the show for almost a year. Like,
okay, I'm sorry. I got to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Ryan knows exactly who her mother is. That's why he pumps up the information the way he did, to make sure that she didn't have any information that when he continued to sell the story that he's selling to her wouldn't play. He knows exactly. This whole online thing, Felicia's not her mother anymore, that's a red herring.
Well, no, the reason I said it like that is because, to me, I feel as though we have not had an Esme Ryan scene in a hot minute. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you're doing so. It's like puzzle pieces. You have that. Y'all know that big puzzle set that has 500 pieces, and you get irritated, and you get really irritated after you been spending 3 hours, and you only got 14 pieces put together. And then when you finally, have the puzzle almost there, there's those 2 freaking pieces that you can't find and they can't fit. That's what General Hospital is to me right now. There's certain things that are fitting together and whatnot. But then there's the rest of it that's just like,
they're trying too hard.
They're trying too hard to piece everything together. There are storylines that, General Hospital, I'm now going to say this. I never thought I would say this out of my own mouth. I am over Chasing Brooklyn. I am over it. I'm over Anna and Valentine. And I'm going to tell you why. Does anybody know why Candice is over this?
Yes, I know why you're over it.
Why?
I'm over it.
You're over it because
they act like
it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
and it's been a while.
It's ridiculous. Is he going to kiss me today? Am I going to get attention from her today? When can I kiss her, or when can I be near her?
Okay, I'm going to stop you both. This is the reason why I'm over Anna and Valentine. After all that they have been through, back when he was a humpback, warts on his fucking nose, excuse me language, and all of that, after all that they have been through, the fact that he cannot confide in Anna that Victor is pulling the strings. Okay, first off, we put Charlotte in a boarding school that her biological father cannot have any access. General Hospital, I love you. I dealt with Laura being on Tassadine, back in Greece and kidnapped and all of that. I've dealt with a lot with you, General Hospital. I have suspended my disbelief. But she is in a boarding school where her biological father cannot have any contact with her? Okay. On top of that, after all that they have been through.
Laura anytime she wants. Explain that.
Don't get me started about Laura, because I got something about that too.
After all that Anna and Valentine have been through, the fact that he cannot confide in her, come on, please.
It's been 4 years, right?
And I'm sorry, Laura, you are the mayor of Port Charles. Y'all gonna just let the mayor leave anytime she wants? Okay, that's what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Thank you.
So y'all don't have anything else? Like, you don't have a backup or anything? To me, like, you just touched on it. We've been going around the Mulberry Bush with Anna and Valentine going on now for 3 years. Sorry. Okay? With Chase and Brooklyn, the fact that Esme got action before Brooklyn and Chase says a
Yeah.
lot. It says a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just like, y'all really are doing, like, I don't, like, and, yeah, Chase is not Eddie Main. Let me just point it out like that. He's not no Eddie Main. He's not going to have a double life and whatnot. I'm sorry. Like, he's not Nathan when Amy was doing this. I don't know, General House, I don't know what's going on. And I have a bigger issue. We got a trial going on, right? And you need to tell me, Candice, who's been watching General Hospital for a long time to the point that I can remember cases of alien, but you're going to tell me that Elizabeth Imajima Weber could not attend that trial because her kid is sick. Now, okay, now I know what y'all going to say. Candice, parents, okay, but I'm sorry. Carly has stuff that's going on in her life. She's there. Portia and the right Taggart is there. Y'all know how I said that, right? Okay, cool.
The right Taggart.
To me, Elizabeth, I understand Aiden is sick, but so is Elizabeth, technically. So Finn couldn't watch Aiden while Elizabeth goes to the trial to support her son. Okay, you're starting to make a lot of sense to me, General Hospital. You're really not. Jocelyn, acting like she's boss queen, going to talk to Sonny like that. No.
Oh my God, I was so mad. I hated how she talked to Sonny like that. That really upset me.
I'm like Jocelyn. First and foremost, you need to call your father, your biological father, and talk to him like that. You're not going to talk to somebody who's actually protected your butt more times than we can count. Don't be like your brother who thinks he is big and bad and everything. He's still wet behind the ears, okay? He doesn't even know how to be bad. He's like, I'm going to make the Corinthos a name to people going to respect and everything. Honey, you do come from a family that has some respect. It's called the Quartermains. That's why Ned turned on you. Ha, ha.
This is a question to all of y'all. Do you feel any chemistry between Jocelyn and Dex?
I don't know if I want them to go there.
They're going to have to. They made I love Cameron. He is exactly who I always thought he was going to be. He was going to be his mom because he has his mother's heart. He cares. He's that loyal person. He will always stick by you. Mm-hmm. But let him get a temper. He is like his father. That's the problem. Josh and him are too much alike in the sense. Josh needs a bad boy. She needs her own version. I mean, Cameron could have been, but I'm seeing that Jocelyn is going to need a Sonny/Jason factor, like a bad boy, flirtatious type. Jocelyn's got some now.
Yeah.
Jocelyn is going to get her own
Jason. Her mom's the next. She's like the next generation. So
right,
I get what you're
to
saying.
me, like that is that bad boy. I guess this is where we're going to go at. Where Cameron is sort of the good boy. He's the good boy. They got him as the good boy, but Dex is the bad boy. So it's sort of like, who is Carly going to gravitate to? To the good boy who can do bad, or a really good bad boy.
You mean Jocelyn?
Yeah, Jocelyn. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you feel the chemistry though, or do you think it's just being forced?
I'm gonna see where it goes because I don't want it to be a setup in the sense that this Dex guy is going to use Josh. Now, see, hey, General Hospital, here's what you could have did, because I'm not even going to front. Josh Bernard, Maurice Bernard's son, I actually liked his character. I thought he could be, and the thing is that he would have been a good, like the fact that, he, taunted Josh. I actually was wondering if they were going to do that. And I know people would say, well, he only got the job because of me. But he can act. Homeboy can act.
And you know what? They had the perfect way, because the way his character was with Jocelyn, he did make his mistake of how he was judging her. If they had made it to where he's apologizing to her and he's like, I'm sorry, I made this mistake, and they get through it, yeah, I agree with you. They could have made them the next It couple, or
or something, right?
Summer Fling, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But again, GH, you messed up, and again, it's all in the writing. You screwed that one up too.
I'm actually tapping out of Sonny and Nina.
Well, I can see that eventually Cameron and Jocelyn will break up, because we know how Jocelyn's going to throw a fit over this whole Trina situation. That
make it about her.
Her and Spencer, him and Spencer got together to make this secret plan work, and when it didn't work, it's not going the way they wanted it to. Which is going to make her mad like it would Carly. So, of course, eventually she's just going to get mad at Cameron. We can all see that coming a mile away.
Yep.
Now, my question for you is, what do you feel about Trina with Spencer? Do you still think that is still all Sprina Nation, as everybody says, or do you think that's also just running its course?
I think Spencer needs to grow up a little more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you see Trina being with Rory, or do you think she could be with somebody else?
Right now, I think
with Rory.
Yeah, right now with Rory. Because, again, even though Spencer is trying to do the right thing, he kind of went wrong about it.
Right.
And the fact that, some people know what he was doing, Trina doesn't. This is what Trina is seeing. You picked Esme. Like, if you really valued any kind of friendship or whatnot, you would defend, she doesn't see that. Josh, even though Josh, I'm going to say this, that's a good friend. Because, like she said, I will snitch on you. I will snitch in order to provide your innocence, I will snitch hard. That is a good friend. Because if anything happened to one of y'all, I'm sorry, even though y'all told me not to, I'll be like going back and forth like, okay, she told me not to, they told me not to, but I'm not going to have my friend go to jail. Your Honor, I got something to say. On such and such day, David told me that Will was at the Metro Court eating some pepperoni pizza and everything. He didn't do it. Nope. Oh, y'all didn't want me to talk? I'm sorry. That's just me. So, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Because, see, here's the thing. Trina now has another option. She has Rory. Rory's her option. Now, General Hospital, I beg of you. Because I know what you're going to do. Don't have Rory be a two-faced person. In other words, don't have him be like an insider trying to get information, and it's going to hurt Trina in the end. Let it happen organically in the sense of, okay, we find out something, and it causes some angst, and, Trina turns to Spencer, and Spencer is like, I've been here for you this whole time, like, I did A, B, C, and D, and everything, and then Trina's like, well, I love Rory. And then Spencer says, but I love you. And then they kiss and everything, and Rory sees them. I don't know. I'm just writing this as I go along here, folks.
You want to just let it flow.
Yeah, just let it flow.
What do y'all think Austin's hiding with this guy, this mystery guy?
I'll get back to that in a minute, because I wanted to add that on to what you mentioned about chasing Brooklyn and Valentine and Anna. All of this together, the main thing we're all complaining about, and you can raise your hand if you agree. Why is it taking so long?
Here's the thing.
Why do we want the love in the afternoon, and we don't see any?
I'm going to put Spencer and Trina aside, because to me, they're playing those beats. They're playing the right beats.
They're playing the beats.
Because, again, you had Trina be the odd man out while everybody else was a couple. She had feelings for Cameron. Cameron and her had feelings. If it wasn't for Josh, Cam and Trina would be together. Okay, they became friends, the Three Musketeers. Okay, then she turns to Spencer. This is classic. This is actually 1999 type of soap writing for them. But the problem is those other two. You have a couple that actually really started 3 years ago, right? Actually, wait a minute. No, I'll take it back. 2 years. I'm going to take it 2 years ago because 2 years ago. I'll say 2 years ago. And, you know, they had the COVID break and all that stuff. But it's been 2 years, and we're still stuck on step 2 with Anna and Valentine. With Chase in Brooklyn, I'm like, yo, first and foremost, y'all should have been screwing by now. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I don't understand the process here of what's going on with Chase in Brooklyn. It is like a Dawson's Creek 90210 episode is, well, in the season finale, will Chase and Brooklyn finally admit their true feelings? Find out in the season finale.
Yes.
Like, it's like, Dear Diary, today I saw Chase shirtless. I wonder if he likes me. Dear Diary, I saw Brooklyn.
Together for a while. They played out for a while.
They were fake parents to a baby. Like, come on now, like, and that was last year.
Yeah,
like,
and we know they're longing for each other, but they're not acting on it. And I don't know. I don't get that.
How many times has she seen him leave at the shower? I mean, come on. They've got the opportunity.
I'm sorry. See, General Hospital, I'm about to write myself in to the show as Keisha Ward's daughter, and I will jump Chase. I'll do it. I'll be like, sorry, cuz. Bye. Like, I'll do it.
Or Danielle.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Danielle would be too much for poor Charles to handle. I'm just saying, Danielle, for Forever Today, Danielle, she would be too much for.
She'd be all over Chase.
She sure enough would be. Ain't gonna lie on that. But no, like it's just, to me, it's like you're playing these beats so slow that I'm tapping out, and I don't want to, because I do see potential for these two couples. Now, like I said, with Spencer and Trina, they finally added something. They added the angst. They added the longing. Like, okay, when will they be together? And you're supposed to play those beats. You're supposed to play. That's what couples do, by the way, is that when you get to that almost there, there's always something that, you know, comes in between of their, like, almost there, almost ready.
To be root for.
Right, and to me, it's like with those two couples that we just talked about, that's just like trying to figure out what Austin's mojo is for the show. I'm sorry, like, I'm very confused.
I am. Might be, well, do you think it's too little too late for Spencer to make that? To take the stand now?
Well, all you have to do is admit that he was at the cemetery with Trina, and that would prove her innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Free to go to jail.
Yep.
So the way I see it is, like Candice was saying, he's still got to grow up, so let him take his lick. Let him go ahead, and he's got to go back to jail to learn a lesson again. So be it. I guess if that's what they have to do with him. I'm not sure where they're going to go with this situation with Spencer now.
Mhm.
But I will give you a tease. I'm looking forward to the there's a showdown coming with Ava and Esme. I cannot wait for that to happen. I think it starts next week.
Tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it tomorrow already? Yeah. Okay, that's going to be good. So look for that.
Yeah, because she walked in on Windermere while she was packing, and yeah, she's got something on her mind.
Mhm.
I have to say, I was surprised with Marcus. What Anthony brought back, I did like Marcus's delivery and all of that. His scenes with Victor. I mean, all of that I mean, he's earning his keep. And the thing is, that's the only beat they're given action to right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So has he finally told? I'm a little behind right now, but
Yes,
has he told Ava
knows.
yet that he's with Esme,
He
or
told
has
Ava.
it come out yet?
Victor knows. Victor knew, and then
Okay.
Ava found out.
Okay, when was that? Today?
That was today.
Yeah, Ava
Okay.
found out today. Yeah.
He told,
Okay.
Nicholas told Ava himself.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
And see, I'm gonna be honest. General Hospital, if you don't come through with this storyline, this is your make or break for me, to be honest. Because Ava, this is going to set Ava back to being Ava.
Ava.
I'm scared. But I need for General Hospital writers, y'all have Mara West. Mara West next year. I already got a spot for her in lead actress. I need for y'all to secure that spot for her. Because this, my friends, is about to go down. Nicholas,
Yes,
honey, you shouldn't have done this. We talked to you about this, but you don't listen. It was about to burn you.
I'm excited for the showdown because we're gonna have my understanding was that they got stunt doubles involved in the situation with the showdown between Ava and Esme, so it's gonna go down. It's big.
Mhm. I can't wait.
And now watch them say that Ava's going to be Esme's mom. Watch! I'm telling you, it's happening, folks. Get ready.
I used to think that was the case, but now I'm not sure how that works. But
I'm not sure anymore either.
I see it. Yeah, I thought it was.
You just remember, David. Do you remember? Literally a year ago, we were talking about this, and I said we don't know Ava from Jump. We know she came into town. We know Kiki,
right.
But what do we know about Ava before Port Charles?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't.
Thank you.
I thought from the beginning when we heard about Ava's vehicle burning, I thought for sure that Esme was going to turn out to be Ava's daughter back then, but now they just keep changing it around to making us think it's Felicia's daughter. So I don't know where they're going with it now.
How would you know Kiki's name was Lauren Catherine? Remember, Esme said that.
Yeah.
So how would she know that?
And how would she hate Ava so much? It makes no sense.
General Hospital writers, hey Dan and Chris, I bet y'all didn't think we remembered that, did you? You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Where are we going next?
Oh.
Well, let's go to GC. Let's go to General C.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can I start off, Candice? I just want to say, and you said, I'm a little disappointed.
With the Ashland stuff?
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to end like that. I thought he was still there.
That's a disappointment.
Okay.
I was expecting more from him. I was hoping he'd be alive.
Okay. So I will say that I know a lot of people are upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
I know that everybody feels let down. And I'm going to say this is not me defending or anything, but this was the original game plan of killing the character off. Keep in mind, Robert Newman filled in emergency recast. We knew that there was going to be a murder mystery. You could tell they were going to do a murder mystery with Ashland, even when Richard Byrd played the role. However, the execution didn't go over so well, and I will admit to that. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be the JT situation all over again because it was kind of playing on certain beats, but it didn't do that. Because here's how I was like, okay, I know they're not going to do this again. Half of me was like, okay, somebody must have remembered Nick's involvement with Amy. Y'all remember Amy?
Amy, that was Sharon's friend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And, So I was like, somebody's remembering that, fake out, Then the fact of that, they played on the JT thing with Victoria. They actually talked about that. The fact that Nikki said, it's something about you and these men. I don't know what's going on with you, honey. The fact is we saw that Ashlyn does have a short temper. I didn't think they were going to do like an abusive storyline with this. Me personally, I was like, I don't see that. I just see him losing his temper because he doesn't like to win. He doesn't like to lose, just like somebody else on that show who doesn't like to lose.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel as though for this part of the story, I'm fine with it because the fact that Victor and I happily did not. I mean, okay. I didn't want Victoria to go to Daddy and say, Daddy, can you help me? The fact that Victor was already on top of it, like he had the police outside and stuff like that, I think it's a cover-up. I think because, again, Victor, Michael, Chance. But the thing is again, I can see where right now they want us to believe that Ashlyn is dead. Mm-hmm. But I can see Ashlyn somewhere in Turkey or something plotting. And then give it like 6 months' time, he'll be back. But it'll be a new actor playing the role to get back at the Newmans.
Yeah, because he'll
right.
say something
to me, this was already in the works.
Don't forget Nick found the ring.
Right. I mean, there's a lot going on. Now, what I'm going to like is how this actually affects not only Victoria, but also Kyle and them because of Harrison. I'm again, me personally, if I was a writer for a soap opera, I don't know. Maybe one day it'll happen. I don't know. But I would write where everybody does believe that Ashlyn is dead and at their lowest moment, their lowest weak point when they think everything is fine, Ashlyn comes back. Whether it's like withdrawing money from the Newman account, Harrison seeing something, he gets kidnapped, I don't know. Because they do need to promise, like they did put out there, he is the Loch Ness Monster. So if he's the Loch Ness Monster, that means you see him when other people don't.
Right.
That means he can be sneaky. So even though Robert Newman, who again did an amazing job at playing this role, totally different from Joshua Lewis, totally different from when he was on Santa Barbara, totally different when he was on Venice. I appreciate the fact that he stepped into this role, and it was a big change. It was a very big change, but it was a welcome change. But the character of Ashlyn, to me, is not dead.
Yep.
Someday.
I'll say that. Yeah, I agree.
It's just right now, like, you can't, to me, this is just me, the story played its part. Did he really love Victoria? Obviously he did, but Ashlyn also burned Victoria and the Newman family to the point that Victoria had to be the one to get the money back, and that's what I kept saying about a plan, is that she faked him out. But did Victoria love Ashlyn? Hell yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I felt really bad for him when he's having that altercation with Nicholas and Victoria, and he's calling Victoria his wife. I was like, oh man, he's like, it's like, is he losing his mind, or he still sees Victoria as his wife? I'm like, I felt bad for him. I don't mind a lot.
Because see, I noticed the change in writing, but I can remember the whole essence of the character. This man does not like to be made a fool of.
No,
but like all. Robert and Richard's parts of Ashlyn is he does not like to be embarrassed, and he was embarrassed by Tara and by Victoria. He was made a fool of. He will go hard for things that he loves. Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he's always planning something. So that's why I said, like, okay, quote unquote, he had his emotional breakdown. He throwing glasses and everything else like that.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be made a fool of. The fact that also you had people coming after him about Harrison. Keep that in mind. Not only did he lose Victoria, he got a restraining order not to come near Harrison at all. So you got a twofold on that. Then you got Michael Baldwin, who had put out a court order on him, and you had Victor. So, you're a caged animal. So, you're going to need a timeout, and you're going to need to replan some things. And when you come back, it's going to hurt. Because, again, the character of Ashland, let's not forget, started out going after the Abbotts.
Yeah.
And then they switched over to the Newmans. So, Jabot, Newman, Machiavelli, y'all better be on y'all game plan. Y'all better got tight security. Like, seriously, like...
No, I'm laughing because I think it's funny, and I agree with the fans. It's like they're bringing up about the security. It's like, what security? They never showed the security.
Same thing. I was like, y'all got security at Victoria's Place? Like, okay, see, now y'all smart. Because last time y'all didn't have tight security. But at this point, I was kind of glad for Adam for saying what he said. Now, Adam, we're going to talk later because me and you, we need to have a moment. I feel as though me and Adam, we need a moment, you guys. I need to have therapy with him. But Adam told Victoria and them, like, hey, you know, Ashland's like, ooh, like, you better watch out for him. So if it wasn't for Adam, you know, Victoria, it could have played out differently. It really could have played out differently.
Yeah.
Now, Adam. You did exactly what I told you shouldn't have done. And you did it. And you got burned. You, because of your jealousy, your whatever you feeling about being the outside of the Newmans, just because you can't play with the family, and because they took away your ball like Charlie Brown, like Lucy and Charlie Brown, you go ahead and you go over to Ashland and say, hey, look, let's take down the Newmans together. Okay, Ashland was going to be on board, but he changed his mind. You still go over there like a desperate little boy and want somebody to be your ally. Ashland told you no. Serves you right, Adam. Serves you right. I'm sorry. Serves you right.
Well, I've got two teasers for you. One is going to be the one that everybody thought was going to happen. Is Sally and Nick are definitely going to be getting closer, if you know what I'm talking about. And,
so we're going to get Chelsea and Nick 2.0. Got it.
As far as Adam goes, David and I think Anthony, we mentioned this a while back. Adam's past from Vegas is going to be revisited in some slowly sort of way.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He didn't make a call there.
It's going slow, but you can tell where it's going because he's hinting about going back to Vegas, and that's the reason. There's a reason behind that. So that'll be happening very slowly.
Okay. Sally, girl. Sally. What qualifications do you have as a CEO?
Next to nothing.
Like, so you're underneath a Newman. Okay, that's great. So proud of you. But what do you have qualifications for running a media company? I just don't understand. You, my friend, how can I say this? I don't know. I don't even know. You guys take over that one for me.
Here's my thing with Sally, though, is I can't take her seriously because I love when she's she's doing this thing where I'm gonna leave Newman Media and then she doesn't know if she's gonna quit, and then she's gonna quit again. And I love when finally Nick tells her, like when she's telling Nick, I'm gonna leave or quit Newman Media. He's like, the hell you will. It's just funny because it's like he's kind of in his way saying the same thing, and like she seriously needs to make up her mind because obviously she's not very serious about her job if she's thinking about quitting over a man. And it's just funny how Nick's
that's the sad
expression
part.
was like, the hell you will.
But that's the sad part, because here's the thing. Josh and crew at Young and the Restless. Hi, how you doing?
Yep.
This is not Sally. Maybe you need to go across the hall and talk to Brad Bell, because this is not Sally. Now, yeah, has Sally done stuff while she was in love? Yes, she has.
Yeah.
But this is, and Josh, I'm going to say it right now. If you do Nick and Sally, I am so blasting you, because to me, Sally is Chelsea 2.0. Literally.
You see it that way?
Because my thing is, okay, to the Sally and Adam fans, hi, how you doing? I love you guys too. You're not as malicious. But all I see is Chelsea. And I'm so glad. Sharon, I kept saying, I said, okay, Sally, I need for Sally to talk to Chelsea and Sharon about Adam. When I saw that Sharon was talking to Sally, I was like, okay, yes, because Sharon knows. Sharon knows Adam. Chelsea knows Adam. Sally, you don't know them. Now you're going to do Nick. Okay, what is this, Young and the Restless? So Nick had Sharon. Adam had Sharon. Nick had Chelsea. So did Adam. Also, Adam, a.k.a. Gabriel Briggins, had on stage. So did Nick. So Nick is now going to have Sally. Got it.
And don't forget Chloe.
Share, that's fair.
Chloe warned Sally about Adam.
But I'm just like, what is this? Wait, oh, my God.
Nick can get his own women. He doesn't need hand-me-downs from his younger brother.
I mean, I always wanted Nick and Lily, but nobody listened to me.
Yeah, I love that. I would have loved Nick and Lily, and I agree with you too.
And Young and the Restless, y'all shouldn't tease me with that either.
Pattern now where Nick is starting to get Adam's women. See that as a pattern now.
It's a pattern that they don't know what to, and I don't want to be the bad person when I say this. They don't know what to do with the character of Nick Newman. It's sort of like Bold and Beautiful. Nick is Thomas Forrester. You have him there, but you don't really know what to do with him. You know what to do with the older sister. You know what to do with Victoria and Steffi, but you don't know what to do with Nick or Thomas.
But he looks so bored over there at Newman Enterprises. It's like, oh, I feel so
It's
bored.
because he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. He's only doing it because of the commitment of the family. See, that's the okay, when everybody asks me this question, I always have to do it like this. Victoria is made for the business. This is why she wants to be Victor Jr. She is the belle of the boardroom. She lives and breathes business. She is consumed. She worked her way up in this industry. She had her own company and stuff like that. She also wants the family. She wants to be happy. She wants to have it all, okay? That's what she really wants. She wants to have it all. Nick is the middle child. He wants to have something. Of course, he wants to have his own legacy, but he doesn't really belong at Newman. He doesn't belong at home. He tried his own. Look, the most happiest he was when he had the underground, because that was his own thing, and he was actually having fun. Adam, and let me tell you about Adam. Adam came straight shot. He was a lawyer. He was doing things on his own. The reason he got involved in the family company is because of Daddy. He wanted Daddy's approval. And to this day, and look, here's the thing, y'all. We had Chris Eager, Michael Mooney, Justin Hartley. Now we have Mark Grossman. It's not the actor. It's the writing. The writing has always been that this character has tried to please his father. No matter what he's done, he has tried to prove his loyalty to his father. Now, the only kid that really doesn't, I know people try to bring her into it, but I'm like, let her live her best life, is Abby. Abby is a freaking Abbott and a Newman.
Yep,
and she got her own business. She got her own family. Oh, I'm sorry. She's Abby, Newman, Abbott, Chancellor.
But she gets credit because she did it on her own. She did it
on her.
Like
she took her money.
She broke away from the Newman business, and she did her own thing, so she gets credit for that.
She did her own thing. Yeah, she sued her father, but, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I just, oh my God. It's I need something for a Sharon Case to do, to be honest. I mean, I love seeing her. Don't get it twisted. I love seeing her, but I need a story for her instead of her being the counselor. Thank you.
Well, the teaser for Sharon is that there's going to be a new love interest for Sharon, but I don't know if it's coming up for summer or fall because we're coming up already into August. So look for that. He'll be a new character popping into town.
So you don't see a Chic reunion anytime soon?
Not yet. I want. You
but
know what?
Come
Here's
up
the thing.
Sharon too.
Here's the thing. Starting September. September kicks off the 50th season of Young and the Restless. The anniversary is in March. Okay. Young and the Restless got to do something.
They are.
See, General Hospital and Young and the Restless are going to have a big situation. Young and the Restless will be turning. It's going to go, like I said, go into their 50th season this fall. March is their anniversary. General Hospital
1st is General Hospital.
Yeah, General Hospital, as of September, goes into their 60th year. The longest running, currently in production soap. These are two milestones that cannot F up. And I'm sorry, Josh, I'm going to tell you this now. You have a lot of eyes on you for the 50th, and I'm going to tell you why. What you did to Days of Our Lives for their anniversary, you better not do to Young and the Restless.
Well, you have a good memory because I can't remember what they did.
This is when they killed people. This is when they killed Bo Brady and Will Horton and all that. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah.
Oh, Bo.
Ron, don't think I forgot about what you did to General Hospital on the anniversary. You killed off A.J. Quartermain. Thank you. I was there for that. But no,
you know that YNR is planning something.
You know what?
Remember?
I'm hoping.
Anthony put that out on our June 9th episode, and then we got a follow-up from Casey on Bold Live the night of the Emmys.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to – well, here's the thing. We know that they're going to do – I mean, they're going to have to do something. But that's in March. I'm talking about now.
Oh, now.
You need to start plotting something to carry us to that anniversary. So it's either you, like I said, bring on a new legal aid. Oh, no, that's the story without. Let me tell y'all. Bring a legal aid on, a new student, right, of the legal, have him, work with Christine.
Right.
Okay? Have it where this new legal assistant or whatever, he meets Michael Baldwin. He's kind of taken back. He's like, Michael Baldwin? Like, I read about you. Okay? So we got Michael who's like, yeah, I wasn't proud of myself back then. Okay, let's play on this, okay? Have the legal aid said, yeah, sometimes when people do their work, they don't see the people's best, okay? So like that. So we can see that, Cricket's telling him about, the cases and stuff like that. And this legal aid said, well, I wanted to know about a certain case that happened many years ago about David Kimball.
Mm-hmm. So
Christina's like, why do you want to, talk about that? And he's like, I just found it really interesting that, this all went down, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then he says, I know this is going to feel weird, but you are Cricket. You were Cricket. You was the, Okay, let's talk about it. Then as we get further along, right, we bring in Nina. They talk about that. And then we're hearing, in the beginning of January, February, they're planning a big 50-year gala or something to celebrate General City's bicentennial or something like that. So you're going to have Danny Romalotti come back to sing Rock On. Rock On.
Mm-hmm. But
you also can bring Daniel back with Lucy and everything. You start during this time frame, you bring back characters from the Young and the Restless history. Not all at once, but just da-da-da-da-da, right? And we find out that they're going to do another masquerade ball, okay? So this legal aid and everything, it's like he's creeping out because he's also kind of being flirtatious with Summer Newman a little bit. And yeah, that creates some drama for Kyle. See what I did there? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. So then we find out that he's been planning something. He kidnaps Cricket and Nina. Even though they don't know they've been kidnapped until the final minute. And then it's revealed that this legal aid is the son of David Kimball.
That would be awesome. I could see that. I could definitely.
And he's replaying certain events like that happened, like he's justifying his father's death.
History repeating itself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I could see that. I got a quick question for you, Candice. Are you excited that they want to be walking away from the hotel finally for just at least for a little bit because she wants to work at Marchetti with Summer?
What have they done to my Phyllis?
Yeah, I know.
Phyllis has got a little more water in her.
The thing is that, okay, we got the we hate Diana Jenkins. You know what, Young of Us, I already know you're going to try to kill this character off, so I'm already preparing myself for it, but all right, whatever. With Phyllis, she's letting Diane get to her in the most unhealthy way. Mm-hmm. And Diane is enjoying every minute of it. When Ashley told Jack, you know what type of person Diane is, but you're giving her all, you still love her. And Phyllis is like, I don't understand why. I can do all the bad things, but Diane gets to be forgiven. Mm-hmm. Now, Phyllis, this is true. You have been forgiven for a lot of stuff. And Diane, yeah, you do seem like you're getting the best of both worlds here. But I don't know. I'm not feeling this. Because I understand why. Because Diane keeps throwing it, saying, well, I'm going to get to know my son and your daughter, and we're just one big happy family, and I'm DD to Harrison. Mm-hmm. And I'll make sure to say hi to Jack for you. Really, Diane? This is what we're doing? You're being this childish? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Lily's giving Phyllis the out by offering to take over the hotel.
And let me say this. Lily, you need to fix the athletic club. Because, I don't understand. I mean, it was really, by the way, Young of Us, I'll give you some props. I'm going to give you some props. The classic music cues are back. Hello? I'm like, what the? I'm like, the other day, it took it was like 5 minutes of music cues and everything, and y'all stressed the extending intro. I was like, oh, my God. Like, I'm listening to the I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but, like, the scene before the opening credits, they play the music, like the intro, like, and they drag it out with the dramatic beat, and then it goes into the intro. They haven't done that in a very long time, and I was like, okay. It's the dramatic pause music. It's good. The sets. Mm-hmm. The athletic club is back. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, y'all got the rooftop? Okay. This is where the young folks are going to be at. Good. Like it. Lily needs to be focusing on that. I understand y'all trying to make Lily a boss like Abby, but y'all not doing it. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't know what to say about Lily and Billy because literally I'm just like tapped out.
What do you think about Billy and Chelsea?
I got quiet. Y'all noticed that, right? Okay.
Yep. You don't know what to think, or you don't have anything to say about it?
I got nothing.
So I just...
There's nothing there?
Mm-mm.
Not that there's anything wrong with doing a podcast, but I don't think you can make something a story about that.
Got nothing.
Work.
Yeah.
What would you like to see?
Him over at Jabot. Like him.
You want Billy back at Jabot?
Him at Market Valley. I don't know. Billy Abbott is the equivalent to Nick Newman and Thomas Forster.
He's one of those.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
They're not doing anything.
It's so sad. It really is.
It's like they just want him
there.
For decoration.
He's just there.
Yeah,
He's
well,
just
like
there.
Nick Newman was on New Hope, and we didn't even got to see New Hope. We barely even saw any of that. It was all off screen. When they brought, what was that name of Ray's brother? The one that ended up working at New Hope for a while?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, we barely got to see it, but we finally got to see it through through the character on that way. But other than that, I don't recall us seeing anything as far as New Hope. I don't even think we even saw any houses or anything on that set. Oh, my God, that was crazy.
The only thing was I remember something with Tessa a while back, having her stay there at one of the apartments.
Yeah.
But that's all I can recall right now. Anyone else?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I would have liked to see more on that.
They had a blueprint for it, but that was about it. Nick wanted to do some changes at New Hope. That was when what was it? When Adam took over that company from Billy and Lily, I think it was, wasn't it? One of those companies. Oh no, he took it from Nick. I think he took the company that Nick made or something. Remember, he took that a while back. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the other company that Nick tried to make. It was such a confusing time.
It was. Anything else that's working at Y&R right now?
I think that's it, really, because we know Nate and Devon are still going to be arguing over who knows what. They're just really dragging those storylines to like.
They're trying to recreate. They're really trying to create Nate and Neil with those two.
But they're doing it so slowly, though. It's so odd.
It's not even that. It's just they're trying to find what can be their connector. In other words, it could be this company. It could be this whole, podcast thing, this, with Chancellor Calm and Chancellor Winter's Calm, whatever this is. It could be that. It could be where Nate kind of overrules Devon or something like that. Like, that's the only thing, because they can't say Elena, because
no.
Where is my girl at? Where is she? What y'all do to her? Where is she?
She's still away? She didn't come back for a while.
Isn't the actress filming a movie?
Oh, yeah, that with Roger Howarth and Robert Palmer Watkins. But I think that's wrapped up. Yeah, don't worry. We're going to talk about that later.
And Imani?
I like her. They need to do more with her. And Amanda. Young and Restless. Hi. Michelle Morgan. Do more with Amanda. You know why now. Y'all have a reason. Thank you.
Yep.
I love Imani, but can we focus on her doing other things besides her just wanting Nate? Because that's getting a little stale now.
Oh, no. See, I want them to play that beat for a minute before it's revealed something else. I want her to get it in. The way they're pacing now, this I will actually be okay with. Her going after Nate, okay, like Jill said to her, I seen your kind before. I was like, of all the people to say that to, I was like, Jill, thank you. Just Walton, ladies and gentlemen. So to me, it's like, okay, she's getting the in, because remember, her and Amanda don't see eye to eye. Now you got her and Nate. If she gets an in with Nate, what does that mean? Like, okay, she's with Nate. What does Nate bring to the table for her that she's going to use either for or against him? You see what I'm saying? So let's play that beat a little bit, that she's being sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
So you think she's using him to get rich money from him? Or
no, she doesn't need. See, here's the thing. She doesn't need the money. Remember, she comes from a wealthy family.
Yeah, she's got enough.
But
that's what's thrown off. Like, what is her deal?
Yeah, but is it what else is? And see, that's the thing. See, Young Russell, that's the thing. what else is there for her, for him? Like, what is the reason for her to get to him? Is it because of how she is? Is she another person who is, I don't take second best, I am first best, and I'm always the best? Because she's a little bit like Hillary. She reminds me a little bit of Hillary.
Yes. Yes.
So I want to see where this goes.
Yes. We got 10 minutes. Let's go into B&B. I didn't see today's, but I loved yesterday.
Okay. All I got to say is Bold and Beautiful, best, and that's not even a word. Bold and Beautiful is showing you why they are the number one soap around the world. And this is not me just saying this. This is why. They're the number one show that keeps you on the edge of your seats, get you upset, get you happy, get you all cussing at the TV. This is the show that has Sheila freaking Carter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sheila is OG. She's an OG villain.
She's OG.
Kimberly Brown proved to me why she deserves an Emmy nod next year.
Yeah.
Yep, yes.
For all of those who thought
Tanner showed his
Tanner showed himself up too. He said, "Look, y'all thought I was bibbity boy."
Oh, I'm loving Tanner. I'm loving
He
that
was like, no.
voice.
And he did everything right. Like, he psychologically got Sheila, stuff like that. But my biggest hats off, even though some of us already knew, for those who didn't, who was like, oh, they killed off Lee. Bold and Beautiful, you stupid. Y'all killed off Lee. What did we tell y'all about soap?
No one ever dies.
No, everyone dies. I mean, some people do die.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there was no way that Lee died, because my thing is, okay, she's driving, right? I'm like, the airbag pushed out. I'm like going all in, right? And so when Bill, of all people, Bill Spencer, folks, found Lee. Like, Bill, so you just walk through the alley at night now. Okay, apparently this is a thing. I love the fact that Lee and Bill, like, she has an ally in Bill. I love the fact that Bill, because he's doing this. I'm going to be honest. Okay, Steffi and Bill fans, I'm going to give you some hope here. He's doing this for Steffi. Because the thing is that he does love Steffi, and he knows how much Steffi's happiness means. So the fact that he was going all in and out for this, I'm like, yes. But when Lee and Finn saw each other,
I think they're hot.
Who, Bill and Lee?
Bill and Lee.
Oh,
Yes.
I like the potential here. I like the potential
Yeah.
With Lee and Finn, though, I enjoyed that, because when he said mother and Sheila's face, her whole world was collapsing. And I was like, oh, Sheila. And then she goes ahead and she paints her nails. I'm like, yeah, that's Sheila. That's Sheila for you.
That's Sheila for you.
I mean, do you want me to tell you what happened today, or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
It's
Okay, so Finn is on his way. They're on their way to Monte Carlo, because that's where Steffi, with her recuperation and stuff. And Finn calls Steffi and says, Stag, I wish you would have picked up. It's me. I'm here. He leaves her a message. Now, Bold and Beautiful, now here's the thing. I'm going to give you some, but I wouldn't leave a message on the phone. That's just me.
No. You're going to scare her to death.
I can't wait to see you. I'm like, because first of all, if I'm picking up the phone, right, and I see, like, I got 3 missed calls and 2 voice messages, right, and I'm like, and then hear my dead husband's voice. It's like, what the, am I smoking? Am I on something? Like, what did they give me in this medication? Like,
Yeah.
So next week is the reunion. I mean, well, dang, I'm saying it's like tomorrow's freaking Saturday. No, tomorrow starts the reunion, but we also know Tanner and Jackie is going to be on the talk tomorrow.
Oh, they are?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, is this about the time when they went
they
to
went to the TV festival, to Monte Carlo,
And that's when, that's the TV festival.
Uh-huh.
And what happened? Someone came back with COVID.
Yeah, it was Melissa Orway and Jason Thompson.
Oh, Melissa and Jason. because they were there too.
Yeah, because Kristen Allen, and she actually talked about it. She actually had a cold, but this was prior to Monte Carlo. This was not COVID. So if you notice, her voice was kind of like a little like horses, like horses. Yeah. There you go, horse. It was because she had a cold. She didn't have COVID or anything. So.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear.
It's surprising to know that how far back that was when they taped that.
That wasn't even that long ago. That tells you something. Because last month was the Emmys, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it was literally that week they came back from Monte Carlo.
It was that week.
So that was like I think that was about
because they had to
8
be
weeks
there.
ago. Yeah, 6 to 8 weeks ago. Yeah.
I thought maybe they weren't that. I thought they were not that far back in taping. It's 6 to 8. And I always thought it was more 3 to 5.
And isn't there a part for the actor that plays Ridge? Isn't he supposed to be gone for like a little bit as well, or did that already happen?
Supposed to be. I don't know when that's going to be happening though.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know they film ahead, so I didn't know if that's coming up or where we're lying with that.
Mhm.
That was.
Are you enjoying the Deacon and Taylor scenario?
I think there's a possibility there.
It's something new.
I don't know if they'll go that way.
Yeah, it is something new. I'll go with that. Yeah.
But she came out with it, saying, "Well, we can't see each other anymore because you know why."
Oh.
Because of Ridge. And he said, "Why are you letting him dictate what you want to do?"
Yep.
I think she should just do what she wants to do. Why would it matter? He has no say over her anymore.
It's Ridge. Apparently he has control over all the women.
Mhm.
And he can't
if
control
this
them all.
This was a Brooke dating another guy situation, she'd be the same way. It's all got to be about what Ridge thinks. If it's like Ridge isn't going to agree to it or like it, then it wouldn't work for them. Which is kind of sad because they're women. They should be able to date whoever they want to, but they're going to put it all on Ridge.
Right.
It's true. Yeah. Oh, it's been a good show.
I can't think of the other storylines that are going on.
That's about it.
That's about it, guys.
That's the main story. It's the whole Finn Lee stuff. So
Carter and Quinn are already reunited, right? So they're kind of slow right now in stories.
That's slow.
Yeah, and that's fine because they're closing out one story arc and about to go into another one when Stephanie and Finn are reunited. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going good that way.
Okay, so I want to thank you guys for coming in tonight. I hope you all had a good time.
Yeah, it's always fun.
It's always fun. And we'll see you, I guess our next date is August the 11th.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you soon.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Get